Hi everyone, my name is Gabriela from Tulip Art Designs and you are welcome or welcome back in another watercolor sketching tutorial. We're doing the 100 watercolor sketches in 2025. It's a challenge I started and I'm loving it. We are definitely behind schedule, but it's okay because we are having fun and we are enjoying it. Today I want to sketch something from my trip in Barcelona. I will just switch the camera quickly to show you a photo that I made. So we were going in this closed market and it was full of fresh vegetables and fruits. So I said to myself, that's super inspiring and I want to take photos so we can make a fruits and veggies series, and we will start with a nice fresh watermelon. So I already have sketch, but before we start, I want to walk you through the supplies. So I have my watercolor sketchbook and some watercolor paints. Any brand will be fine, so I am not focusing on this. You can find some recommendations in the description below. I have different brushes, so I have a wash brush and I have different sizes of round brush, size 10 and 4. Then I have a mono drawing pen, which is water resistant, which means that when we add watercolor on top of it, it will not bleed. And I have a jelly roll pen to add some highlights. Of course, you can use acrylic marker, gouache white or bleed proof white. Anything will do the job. It's just because I am using wet in wet techniques that are really fun and relaxing, so we don't really leave white spots for our highlights, so we add them back in the end. Some water. It's always nice to have 2 jars of water. I will not lie to you, I usually have just one because even if I have 2 of them, I end up with 2 dirty water jars, so I have one. It's enough. Then I have the heat gun. It definitely helps me to speed up the process, a towel and some clips to fix my pages so they don't move and open or close while I'm painting. Now I have a pencil sketch. I always like to have something that will guide me through my sketching process, and the outlines are available on my Patreon, so I will link it below in case you need some help to start up. You can definitely start from scratch, but if you need it, make sure to check my Patreon. It's just $5 a month, so if you wanted to get me a coffee, then do it there, because you know you will get so much stuff. It's starting to get crazy there because there are a lot of classes, exclusive classes, and the small group of creative women, and it's a very nice place, I think. And I have an idea to add some extra features, so make sure to stay tuned in case you don't want to join now. It's totally fine. Then I will start sketching. I usually start with a light line and then I go back and add thickness to some of the lines. I really like the sketchy style, so I am shaking my pen. I sometimes pick it up from the page. If you have your own style, use it. Don't stick to my sketchy style. And if you like very smooth and nice lines, just go for it, okay? So I am sketching my watermelon. Then I will add this top line on the top, and I will add a few detail lines, and they are different lengths. and it's a light one. So I always follow the rule that if it's an outline, it's thicker, and if it's a detail, it's thinner. I will make these watermelon seeds fully black. Just like this. No. Maybe one more here. Okay, I think that's enough. I want to use my eraser to erase the pencil lines. Okay, like this. And then I am starting to add some water. And I will add water in the whole thing. I will not focus on the shapes or shadows, anything like this. I want to make it playful and just very relaxing. So I am adding water. I'm using the round brush size 10, 8 or 12 is also fine. So I'm adding water. How much water we should add? So when you turn your page, if you have a puddle, then you should take off this water. How we do this? So let's imagine that I have too much water. I dry my brush on the paper towel or the towel I have and pick up this extra water, okay? And that's it. Then I will grab some red. I have alizarin here. Use the red you like. We can also mix it with a little bit of light red. And then I will go here and start adding a nice and very vibrant red color. I will tap with the brush a few times. If you want to make it darker, you just pick a bit more of the paint and go a second time where you want to add extra paint. All right. And then let's take some green. I have, let me zoom in. I have green gold and hooker's green. And I'm gonna mix them. So I have a very nice warm green, sub green, olive green, whatever green you have and the one you love, just use it, okay? And then we will add it on the other side, just like this. And then here. You see? We leave the paint to bleed, and that's all. Now I want to make it more interesting, so I will wash my brush, and with clean water I will just go around and touch a little bit my watermelon, so it will bleed in the background, you see? So I add water around and then I touch a little bit and the paint just bleeds. And maybe here the red. And we really need to work fast because if the paint starts to dry, then it will not bleed, okay? Now, if this is not helping, we can definitely remove it. And also, if you feel like, but I need more red in my background, I will just take a bit more of this red, add it here. And leave it to bleed, right? Maybe more water. And you might end up with some harsh lines like here. That's okay. It's because we are adding extra paint, extra water while it's drying. And right now here it's very warm. So if it's warm where you are, the page will start drying faster. And then this means that some places will still have water and some other ones will start to dry faster, so you end up with such harsh lines. But I am not bothering at all. I am really enjoying what I have, and that's it. I will not let this imperfection to ruin my moment. I just took a little bit of Hooker's green, something darker, to go one more time here around my ink lines. And if you want to blend these harsh lines while it's still wet with a clean and dry brush, you can just blend it around. If it doesn't bother you, it's even better. Now I need this to get dry, so I want to make it a little bit more, I want to add a little bit more contrast with the Jelly Roll pen. So I will make it dry with the heat gun. If you don't have a heat gun, that's okay. Just wait for this to dry before you add another layer of details on top of it. Okay, now that this is dry, I will add my clips so it will be easier to draw. And it will keep my pages flat. And I will take my Jelly Roll pen and I will add a little bit of white details just where I have the darkest watercolor parts. And I am adding the white lines just very close to the ink lines. And maybe also one here for the details. One on the top. And then I will kind of almost outline the seeds. So they will pop up a little bit. And then I will add a small dot inside, which is like a light reflection, okay? Just like this. And that's it. I hope you really liked this exercise today. What I tried to do is to show you that 5 minutes, 10 or 15 is a very, like, it's enough to get creative, to just take that time for ourselves and to do something that can really brings us joy. Thank you very much for watching my video, and I hope that you just painted along and you had the fun that I had here. If you need the outlines templates, they are available on my Patreon, so go check them out. You already have quite a huge selection. And subscribe to my channel if you didn't do that yet, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!